analyzing top collegiate teams and players' strategies for the upcoming tournament showdown.
Physical as heck. That's what makes them so like they physical, and then they low-key got a little swag to them. So you like, oh, you
No,
don't
absolutely.
Like, well, you ain't got that grit or that I'm gonna push you over a little bit. Like you gotta have a little something. You know, like I feel like, the Big 12, we can get a little better with having us a little more aggression and not being so soft, so we can be ready when we gotta go to the tournament.
Well, we had Utah up in the kind of in that packed in, but surprisingly, they're at what? Utah's in 6 right now, kind of tied up with Oklahoma State. They had a big victory on their team. I'm familiar with Gavin Peterson, the head coach over there, and I know the style that he wants to play. So I watched them, and I just thought that Utah, defensively, I think that that's where it's gonna come. I watched them play several times, and I think they don't play the weak side help well. It seems like they're always late. The girl just doesn't get over there and help her teammate out soon enough. And they always let teams, I watched them play 3 or 4 times, and it seems like they're letting their teams, they'll have a team and then they'll let them back in. They'll have a run. But also they get hot. Woo! They can stretch you out too. So what's your feeling on Utah if you had a chance to see them and play it more?
You die by the 3. That's another team like that. So, Ash, what's your thoughts on it?
I like them a little bit, but again, like I do agree that they are definitely live and die by the 3. Fortunately for them, they've been living by it. Like, they definitely are a really good shooting team and everything. I really like Lonnie White, I believe her name is.
Yeah, from Penn. Mm-hmm. She's playing really well for them.
Penn?
Yeah, she transferred in from Penn. Yeah, I'm right on that. We'll double check that. Where do you think she came? I thought she came from Penn.
She came from Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech? Well, that's why I have my analyst in the middle there correcting me.
I'm pretty sure.
We'll double check that. Probably was Virginia Tech.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Lonnie White.
It was Virginia Tech.
All right. Good stuff.
I was
yeah. Well, where else? I think where else position that they're gonna get cryptic. They're young at the PG. I like Texas. I like San Antonio's LA Snead, but I just think at that point guard position, you need a mature point guard who can distribute, who's going to take that. And she does it. She's just a freshman, so you have to take your hits with the freshman. But she's a pretty good player. And I'd like to see her get that free throw percentage up a little higher because you're not cutting time in the tournament. You have to knock down those free throws. But, Utah, like you guys said, they're pretty solid. And I can't wait for the Big 12 tournament, and everybody's jockeying for their positions. Let's talk about another team that was a favorite of Ash. It was West Virginia. I'm going to let Ash start on that, but I've watched them play several times too.
Yeah, you can just definitely tell they're finding their feet. Definitely wasn't that impressed when I watched them in the early in the season. But as I continue to watch them and see them, like I really like what they're doing. I like where they're getting. And I think that they can continue. I think they just cracked the top 25 this season recently, or they're about to, I think. And I like I said, I've always liked the pieces. I like that head coach and how he plays, just very gritty, very aggressive. And yeah, so I'm not surprised where they're at all. I think I might have even placed them pretty high to start.
Yeah, you had them there. I had them lower at the I had them lower. I had them in the middle, but they're 4 right now. But you got to understand, you got 4 teams, 1 game behind them. So it's